Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's I've had dreams where I swore they were real. I've had dreams where even though the scenario was completely warped, I still thought they really just felt real to me. But excuse me, this was real, and I am 99.9% sure it actually happened. My proof is my word and my morals and my upbringing. I guess it's my belief that there is good in all people, and I don't have any physical proof per se. You're looking at it right in front of you. I guess the difference is, I guess there isn't. I would imagine they've since suppressed their experiences and gone on with their lives, or they're in the loony bin. I don't know. Maybe there won't be any different occurrence for me. I would say I was only in the future for a day, maybe just an afternoon and evening. Morning, afternoon, and evening, I guess. No, I didn't choose. They just gave me something that they said would help me to relax near what I can ascertain was the ending of the day, or close to it, and they said it would help me relax, and that I had a big day tomorrow, and then I woke up back here. Well, I was very tired when I came to in their room, surrounded by 4 or 5 men and a woman. They might have poked me with a needle, I'm not 100% sure. I would only back up that belief by what I learned from the woman later, who was the only person who would really talk to me. The other people were just kind of talking to me like I was an injured animal, and they weren't really interested in engaging in conversation with me, which surprised me. Later on, I kind of just assumed that I wasn't the first one, and they had already gathered all the information, not pertaining to my specific physical being, from other people. So I wasn't able to talk to any of them, but I did talk to. Well, once all the other people left and it was just me and her, I started to gather my wits a bit more, and she seemed very understanding, like this hadn't been the first time at all, and more she was in the routine, so she seemed to have her questions down, but more like it was surprisingly genuine in the sincerity department. I remember I asked her name, but her name was Ang, like that director Ang Lee, except for she wasn't of Asian descent. Apparently everything in the future is very less is more, minimalistic, and all the names are really short, even the last name. A lot of times today when they show the future, they always have like a lot of stuff. There's stuff flying all over the place, and there's a lot of new contraptions and new, very cluttered but still sleek things, but in actuality they take away a lot more in the name of efficiency, and it's actually very tame. The skies are pretty clear, and it's not overly complex. But her name was Ang, and she had blue eyes and blonde hair that was kind of a short hairstyle, but it definitely had a very thick look to it. I remember looking at her because I really liked her eyes, and I probably would have been attracted to her had I had the capacity. Yes, I asked her. That was one of the first questions, obviously. What am I doing here? What happened? She said I was in the future. She told me the date, and that they needed me, and what I can now gather was the physical sense, but that I was not going to be hurt or abused. I was able to get out of her that it was some kind of project, but I was also she was also keen on asking me questions. It seemed like she wasn't entirely in with the previous men who were in the room, or perhaps it was our own curiosity, but it was kind of a back and forth, and where it was more of a forth and forth, because we were both kind of throwing out questions, and because of this question game going back and forth, there were more questions than answers. So that was mostly what I got. I also got that I was not in the United States, and apparently there was no United States. It was called the synergy, something like that. I mean, I write music and I play instruments, and I think of melodies before I go to bed. But if I don't remember those melodies, then I forget them completely, and so I didn't have any means to write it down, and so I don't remember. Because there were so many questions going between the two of us, I did my best to remember her, because I think we all have the ability to remember a person, what they look like as opposed to what they say. So, but I do remember she spoke a very shorthand form of English with words within the lexicon that I didn't know. But I was really too tired, and I was in the future, and trying to divulge the definitions of various words I didn't understand wasn't really high on the priority list. So there were some words I got by I didn't know, but it was a very polished, again, very minimalistic English.